Hello guys, welcome back to the channel The Financial Edge. In today's video, we'll be discussing few stocks which I think could give us a good profitable swing opportunities in the coming days, right? Okay, so the first stock for today is CAMS, and as we can see, it is forming a good rounding base. We call it as a saucer with handle in this particular chart because this has started in somewhere 2020 making the pattern, and now we are into 2024, so it has taken more than 3 years for this to form this rounding base, right? Majorly curve with handle pattern take lesser time, that is we can say a standard 3 to 6 months, whereas the saucer take 6 months to 3 years. So in this case we are considering this as a saucer with handle pattern, right? So this is the saucer and here is the handle pattern with also suitable volume spike as we have discussed in our previous videos as well, right? So those volumes play a very important role considering the validity of any technical chart patterns for that matter, right? So here we are having suitable volumes as well to considering this as a saucer with handle, and other characteristics as well. We can see there is previously it was on giving us an upside move and then a good rounding base, so it is somewhere close to the breakout now. So this is the resistance we have taken. The chart is showing us a resistance at around 3150, right? So and also we can see uh, quite some W pattern over here, right? So there are multiple bullish indications we are getting from this chart. So above this level of 3150 with good volumes as well, high chances that we can see targets around 3745, right? And for this we can also consider the stop loss of the low of this candle, right? So generally I consider the stop loss of around 6 to 8% for the swing trades, right? For positional it again goes a little more, but for swings particularly as we are discussing in this video, the stop loss is good enough for around to 6 to 8%. So the risk reward we are considering over here is around 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3. That is the minimum we aim for, right? So here if we get an entry around 3150, let's say, the stop loss will be around 2750 and the target will be 3750. So the good risk reward ratio we are getting over here around 1 is to 3 is the risk reward ratio we are aiming in this particular swing, right? So that is for CAMS. The next stock for today is JSW and Steel. So considering the overall strength I noticed in the sector, that is the steel sector, there were a couple of stocks that came to my radar. The one was JSW and Steel and the other one was Surya Roshni, another good stock. So for today we'll be discussing JSW and Steel. So as you can see, it was nicely consolidating in a straight line, right, for almost 2 years, right? For almost 2 years, if you can see, it was consolidating. So majorly there are three phases we observe in markets, right? So one is the trending market, then comes the volatile market, and then comes the sideways market. So each phase is important in its own manner, and for this particular stock, if you can see, it was total sideways for almost more than 2 years, and this was, 775 level was 770 775 level was acting as an resistance. It wasn't able to break the resistance for almost 2 years, right? So as we can see, so उसने यहाँ पे resistance लिया उसने first time, then the second, then the third time, almost fourth, fifth, and six times it took the resistance of this level. And once this breaks this level of resistance, the same resistance acts as a support. So that's how market works. So जब उसने एक बार यहाँ से क्रॉस कर लिया with good volumes, as you can see here, the same 770 level of resistance now is acting as a support. It took support यहाँ पे एक बार, दो बार, तीन बार, चार बार, पांच बार, right? यहाँ पे तो it is majorly taking the support of the same level, right? So this is how the market works, and these are the very minor observations, but this overall improves the skill of studying and understanding charts, right? So as we were discussing, it broke the resistance and it is sustaining above this level very nicely. It is taking support of this level, and also in very recent times, right, it has broke this consolidation as well, right? It gave us good breakout of 840 levels and this. So it is somewhere now ready to give a big up move, you know, after the huge consolidation. So that is what I am somewhere looking forward to in this particular chart. My target should be around 8 to 10% for the swing, right? So if we get an entry around 850 levels, our stop loss should be around the recent, I would say, yeah. So this would be my stop loss, which is around 815 level, right? And the target should be obviously around 950 because it is at an all-time high. My target should be based on pivots, right? So my third resistance is coming at 950, which happens to be my target. So considering the overall risk reward, I am getting around 1 is to 2 risk reward, which is sufficient in the current times, I think, considering the market sentiments. So this is my second swing opportunity. The next stock for today is Indus Towers. So telecoms tech sector stock, which is again a very well performing sector, I would say. So Indus Towers, a very similar pattern again is of somewhere a rounding base curve with handle pattern over here, right? Volumes again, if you can see, just make sure you are trying to gauge the characteristics of each pattern we are seeing. So there is a rounding base. There is again a good spikes in the volumes on the upside, and at the resistance, it is taking a small handle kind of a pattern and ready to break out of this pattern and giving us the targets. So for me, the target should be around 350, 388, and the major target would be around 460. If it sustains very well at these targets, uh, the final target for me would be around 460 levels. So the stop loss for us in this case is the previous swing high, right? It is coming around 270. We'll consider as a rounding number, right? So our entry, actually our entry should have been at around 300 levels. So it has given around 2% of move already. Not bad enough though. So considering the entry at current levels as well, so 315 is what our entry will be at. 275 something our stop loss will be taken, and targets will consider as 386 and 461, right? So again, a good risk reward ratio. That's it for today, guys. See you in the next video.